Is your med spa fully staffed, but you're still underperforming and you're not sure why? If you're a med spa owner and this is happening to you, it's probably because your employees weren't trained correctly, which can absolutely make or break a med spa. The hiring process is where it all begins. If you don't make sure that your staff is the right fit and properly trained from the get-go, you're going to see a lot of problems down the road. But it doesn't end there. You'll also need to be training your staff regularly. So today, I want to teach you all about how to get your med spa employees to work for you and not against you. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to get your existing employees up to speed. But if you want to get my proven system for hiring superstar med spa staff, sign up for my Hiring and Recruiting Masterclass in the link below. For those of you who are new here, I'm Kelly Smith, CEO and founder of Projected Growth Consulting. With over 20 years in the medical aesthetic field and having assisted over 5,000 practices, I'm an industry expert, author, and speaker who has built seven-figure businesses and beyond for my clients. Many people think that the training process begins on their first day, but really, it starts even before that. Training actually starts at the job interview during the recruiting process. During the interview, you'll be figuring out whether your candidate is the right fit or not, while also testing their industry knowledge and experience around medical spas and elective medical practices. Ask them questions, gauge their interest, and guide them in the right direction, even during those initial interviews. If they want the job, they'll be paying very close attention and will be open to learning as much as possible right away. You can also begin to hint at what you expect from your employees during the interview by thoroughly explaining their roles and responsibilities, as well as how your practice operates. Once you've hired a new staff member, it's important to make expectations crystal clear right away. If you don't hold your new staff accountable from day one, it's a hard thing to implement after the fact. A lot like potty training a dog after they're already peeing on the carpet. You need everyone in your office on the same page to alleviate any confusion and to track everyone and their success with their KPIs. If your new hire is intimidated by this, or if you discover they aren't actually a good fit, you want to know this as soon as possible. As the old phrase goes, hire slowly, fire quickly. You want to coach people up or out. Make sure that the employees you get start off on the right foot, the right pace, and have a clear job description and goals. This could save you thousands of dollars in the long run. One of the biggest things I have seen kill practices' profitability is having a high turnover rate. So be attentive and make sure your hiring process is thorough to prevent wasting time and money on not so great candidates. Join me for my masterclass for Smarter Recruiting and Hiring for 2024 on July 18th to get access to my free guide and step-by-step process of how to recruit smart, fast, and effective. When you set clear guidelines for your new employees, it is important to let them know exactly what is expected of them. While they learn the ropes, let them know, for example, how many client conversions you expect within a month, what your revenue goals are, and other KPIs so they can clearly measure their performance, and so can you. This will give them defined goals to strive for and an easy way for you to track their success and progress. It's also important to reward good performance. Implement a bonusing system to give new and old employees something to be excited about as they meet their goals, especially as a team. I have a video that goes over the benefits of bonusing and how to use it in your med spa that I will link in the description below, so check that out. If your employees have previously experienced working at other med spas, that's great, but there's probably a lot of carryover, which can make the learning process faster, not always accurate. It's important that you teach your standard operating procedures, your benefit selling, your talk tracks, and the culture of your med spa, even if they come into the practice with experience. The previous practice that they worked at may have done things a bit differently than you do. So when you're establishing those guidelines with them, get familiar with what they used to do and make sure they understand during onboarding your SOPs so they can quickly be successful and integrate into your company culture. Training your employees correctly even before their first day of employment begins as the cornerstone to any successful med spa business. When you get your employees to work for you and not against you, everyone wins. But it doesn't stop there. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you should be implementing regular training for your entire staff, even employees who have been with you for years. Training goes beyond expectations of the standard operating procedures. In order to grow your practice and profitability, your employees need to know how they should be meeting their KPIs, following standard operating procedures, and seeing an upside with team bonus potential. There are always ways to improve, and it's also not uncommon for your staff to get comfortable and to slack off a little bit at times the longer they've been with you. Regularly scheduled trainings and meetings serve as a great reminder and up-leveling of your expectations and opportunities for your staff to expand their skill sets. Strong employees are the ones who continue to improve themselves and try to be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. Speaking of, when you have good employees, make sure you keep them. Again, having clear guidelines, setting up a bonusing system, and rewarding good behavior all keeps turnover rates low. A high turnover rate is never good for any business and is a definite red flag for potential new employees. If you're trying to attract top talent, these things matter. Lastly, I want to share with you one of the most critical and also one of the most underrated positions in every single business or med spa and aesthetic practice. Believe it or not, clients' relations are a huge part of running a med spa. So if you are looking at hiring someone who will be answering phones and responding to emails, it's super important to make sure that they know how to speak with customers. They should be able to steer every conversation and know how to sell your services to get people in for consultations and appointments. Sales skills are necessary at the front desk and throughout every facet of your medical elective practice. It's not enough to know aesthetic services and to be friendly and accommodating. You need someone at the front desk who's proactive about getting clients booked for multiple services and being able to explain the benefits of all of your services, memberships, and promotions. Think about it. If you're experiencing problems just getting new customers in the door, even though your phone is ringing, it could be that your front desk team doesn't have the sales skills necessary to convert those leads into appointments. Aesthetic services are a want, not a need, and require a little persuasion. This is an emotional purchase. Also, remember that frontline employees are the ones who represent your brand day in and day out. So invest and make sure you train them properly and that their personality matches your practice. Like I said at the start of this video, I'll be hosting a masterclass and sharing all my secrets to smart hiring and recruiting in 2024 for med spas on Thursday, July 18th. Use the link below to sign up. I'll be taking a deep dive into what makes the front desk role so important and sharing some videos that you may not believe are true, but I hear them every day. We need to train our front desk to be our advocates and the smartest people in the office because they are the ones truly making the first impression. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and like our channel because we give tips like this twice a week, every week, to make you more successful in running your medical spa. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget, it's all about the implementation.